got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit, cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the blood.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Cardinals.
On 1st down, Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Murray's
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Complete to Larry Fitzgerald.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
For George Kittle.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
24 yards.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
First down, Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do that anymore. This guy's an all-pro receiver. Been the top 3 in receptions the last 2 seasons. And now with Larry Fitzgerald already there, and you add DeAndre Hopkins, the possibilities endless for the Arizona Cardinals in the passing game.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call it.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
49ers 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his 2nd year with the Niners. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 11.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo, incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Niners 10. Cardinals.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
It's 4th down.
Here's Austin. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense
At their own
1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
10 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. His 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Drake. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
3rd down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Drake. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
17.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Mostert. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Byron Murphy.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The stop made by Jordan.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and 2. One more time with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Niners 24, Cardinals 7. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Throwing again, Murray. He's got it to Williams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. It's complete to Hopkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Niners 24, Cardinals 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. A fumble on the play.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Kevin Coleman, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 11.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
I got you.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 9-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
The 19-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The 3-yard line.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Niners 31.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back at the 42.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And this.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st down.
On 1st down, Drake. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Murray's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray with a 3rd and long. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Murray's pass.
DeAndre Hopkins, 48 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, Dee Ford that time, getting the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the 49ers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.